What up, everybody? It is I, Juniper Bloom Mystique. I am an ascension master, master healer, and divine guide. I'm sure most of you have heard of a master healer or a master. But what the hell is an ascension master, right? An ascension master is part of the gods. That's straight up what it is. You cannot ascend a planet unless you are a different kind of being, right? So I am not normal. So welcome to my channel. For those of you who are new, I am a little different. I'm not your starseed. I'm not your light worker. Please watch my videos. I have playlists that are very, very important for that. So welcome to my channel. For those of you who are returning, I love you so very much. Thank you for being part of my family. Thank you for watching all of my videos. And thank you for not being afraid to comment. I notice sometimes, and I'm not exactly sure why, people become afraid to comment. I love comments. I love to hear your feedback. I love to hear your thoughts and your processes. I love laughing at myself. So, welcome. Come be a part of the family and share the love. Share your thoughts. This is a safe place. My job is to help you ascend and awaken and come into higher frequencies of love and non-judgment. And so, that's what this is about. Alright, I was not going to do a message today because when you put in a lot of effort, and you kind of have a little bit of numbers on it, it's like, what's the point, right? And Spirit's like, don't give up. I'm like, okay. So I will do a daily message today. And you know what else I'm going to do is something a little different. Manifesting is very oversaturated. Okay, it's very over. Everybody's got their opinions, everything. Everybody thinks they're a master manifester. And when I first had my awakening, actually, they called me a master manifester, and Spirit wanted me to do some things, and I did not. I actually did not. I am a master manifester. I can manifest for myself, other people. It's very quick. It can be instant. I know all about it. I don't touch on it a lot for a specific reason, because everybody thinks they know everything about it, okay? You've got the movie, right? That one movie, I can't remember what the hell it's called. You've got everybody on YouTube. You've got tons of videos thinking they know about it. You've got Master Sri Arkshan or whatever his name is talking about it, 222. As if they know everything about it. And so I just let it go. I never focused on manifesting too much. However, I am a master manifester. This is what they tell me to do all the time. So I do have my course for manifesting in 5D, which I'm actually very proud of. They had me do that. So I do things on manifesting. Okay. I just don't like to get involved too much with the rat race of people with manifesting, because it's saturated with muck. The energy of manifesting is definitely tainted, in my opinion. I do agree with that. I heard somebody else saying that the other day, and it is very true. Okay, we need to take it down to the basics. We need to just erase everything we know about manifesting, and we need to take it down to the basics and kind of start all over. Wait a minute, hang on. I'm looking at one of my wands I made. I couldn't see that jewel. You see that jewel? It's like very like jade. Like, I couldn't see the jade, sorry. So like, did it break? I just made that thing. I make wands. So in essence, I wish we could like start over with the manifesting thing. I really, really, really do. But I think what would be a really good idea is to get a message from Spirit about manifesting. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a little daily guidance, and I will do, so good morning divine cup of flow. That didn't come out right. Good morning cup of divine flow. And I will give you guys the song that's in my head, because this is what I'm going through right now, what Spirit's prepping me to do, apparently, because it's just replaying in my head over again. And then I will ask Spirit for some manifesting guidance. Okay, so maybe on Sundays we will start to do some manifesting guidance for you all and what Spirit has to say about manifesting. I actually really like that idea, and it just came to me now. So, welcome. We're going to do daily message, daily guidance, good morning cup of divine flow, mixed with Spirit's essence of manifesting. And what Spirit wants you to know. It's not going to come from my mouth. It'll come straight from Spirit, because people, let alone have a hard time understanding who I am and fathoming it, and still keep like, you know, I don't know what it is. So I figure sometimes if I just pull directly from Spirit, maybe you guys will receive it a little better. Okay? So the song that keeps playing since I woke up this morning, because on my journey, it's tons of spiritual warfare that I've been working on with my twin flame stuff and with everything else. My life is not mine, okay? And sometimes I just get so frustrated, and they're like, we're testing you. And so it's constant for me, okay? And then this morning I get the song from The Lion King. No, I just can't wait to be king. And so that keeps playing in my head today. Everybody look left. Everybody look right. There you go. Everywhere you look, I'm standing in spotlight. Free to do it all my way. That is actually what's going in my head right now. I cannot get it to stop. I cannot get it to turn off, which is why I ended up deciding doing the video today. Oh my God, their messages are just like bombarding me right now. So with that, I will do a little video today, a little message, and then some manifesting stuff. All right? Give me a second. My body is going through something, and I'm not exactly sure what. They're telling me an up level, and I feel it. So sometimes I feel like I'm in another world. Sometimes I feel sick. My solar plexus does not feel very good right now. And this is really what I've been feeling like. So when the twin flame thing hit again, sometimes when these twin flame things hit, the addictions will hit me, and all of a sudden I have cravings to go smoke pot or something. And it hits me hard, and I have to deal with that, and I have to navigate through it. And I don't think you guys realize that I have to do that. It's a constant battle. And this time I lost a little bit, and it got to me, and my stomach hurts, and I don't feel so good. And they're like, you can do this, don't give up. I had Athena actually come to me and deliver me a specific message of don't give up. Something big is coming, don't give up. You know, this is like, I've got one little thing I gotta deal with. So when life happens, it tends to knock me off my feet, right? And it's like Spirit's been putting me on a path of healing and getting stronger and stronger. And this last time, I really thought my twin flame texted me. And it wasn't him. Somebody else. I get a lot of people texting me. I have my ex wanting to come back to me crazily, and it's really upsetting me. And so I freaked out at first. I was like, my anxiety went through the roof. My heart was in my throat. I kind of freaked out, and I ended up messaging it back, and it wasn't him. But that threw me into a tailspin, and Spirit's like, that's the last thing we got to work on. And so that's what I've been doing. Becoming stronger and stronger and stronger through this awakening and through this healing, to where things just don't affect me anymore like they used to, right? And with that, I get this song about I just can't wait to be king. And that's what Spirit's really prepping me for. The work that I have done has to be known. It really, truly does. And I don't think they're going to wait until I'm dead and I write a book about it. So, because I've been shown a few times I'm on stage, and then, like, when I went through the academy that I went through when I first had my awakening, I had told my mentor at the time, who is no longer my mentor, by the way, that they wanted me on stage, and she would just give me attitude, so she wouldn't help me a lot. So Spirit's been having to help me a lot, you guys. I don't think you understand my spirit school. It's intense as shit, okay? So that's what I go through. So if you ever see my vibration going up and down on here, that's why, okay? Oh, and I wanted to tell you guys, I've been thinking about doing the next Murder Mystery Mondays, and I want to do Bob Saget, okay? So he was coming into my energy. Bob Saget is next. I really want to solve this. They say he fell in his hotel room, and I've never believed that from day one. So I want to do this thing with Bob Saget, so I may end up doing that tomorrow. We will see. That's actually a really good idea. I'm sure none of you are going to watch this video. Like, none of you are really watching my videos. We'll see who hears that. And if anybody's excited about that or curious, I know I am. Like, I really want to know what happened to him. And I feel him in my energy. There's, like, something awry there. And I'm getting chills as I say that. So that may be your next Mystery Monday. All right. And I cannot get this Lion King song out of my head, that I just can't wait to be king. All right, Spirit. So let's see. They want, for daily messages, I've got my Psychic Tarot deck. see what they have to say. All right, Spirit. What is our guidance for today? And then in the end, Spirit, I would like some manifesting tools and tips or anything you've got to say for the collective to manifest. Okay. So guidance for today. Ooh, I've got Malachi stepping forward with a vengeance. Let me get my pen. Hang on just a second. Okay, I heard pen and paper. Malachi. This is weird. So I'm hearing prosperity lies one layer under. Prosperity lies one layer under. You're surfacing. You're on the surface. Dive deeper. I'm so tired of this. Okay, dive deeper. You're surfacing. Prosperity lies one layer under. So that's how I'm seeing it, like a little blanket. It's very thin. It's very thin. I'm writing this down. I don't know why they're wanting me to. Sometimes when you channel right, it's very interesting. Okay. One layer under. The way I see it is a very thin like sheet, and it's see-through too. Like you can actually see the prosperity, you can see the flow, you can see everything. Just dive a little deeper. And then again, I hear that. Everybody look left, everybody look right. No, I just can't wait to be king. Okay, so this is probably more preparations for that. More preparations of standing further in your power, but also just the fact that when you're working towards prosperity, sometimes we can see it, sometimes we're like surface, and that's what he's telling me. It's like surfacing, dive a little bit deeper. Excuse me. Prosperity lies one layer under. One layer under. It's very interesting. So I'm going to process that a little bit. Take that for what it resonates with you. That is from Malachi. Let's see what else he has to say. Truth be told, we're all in plunder. Nothing makes sense at this time. You cannot be normal when there is no normal to be had. We cannot be free of the ascension when that is the only way to go. It's a very interesting message. So we have free will and we can make choices to go against things. But your higher self, the angels, everything else. So again, when we have free will, we have to consider the fact that are we coming from free will or our wounded self? So if you're coming from wounds or false concepts, they don't consider that free will. You can still do it, but you're going to cause a lot of heartache for yourself. Okay? So when you're thinking of free will, be very careful. Because you just don't know the free will you're thinking of. You may not be thinking clearly in that free will, okay? And that's also why they can have like fallen angels who manipulate your free will. Because we're more in a subconscious state. We're not always fully aware of everything that's occurring around us. Alright, so this is also part of that message. Let's see if there's anything else they want us to know before I pull the cards. So somebody is actually looking at a diamond. They look at this diamond, and through all the imperfections, they see the beauty to behold. Okay? But it's almost like I'm holding this diamond I don't feel worthy of. So I'm going to put it down. And Spirit's actually saying that's a wounded mind. Okay, that is not reality. So be very careful what you make your reality. Again, wounds. Wounds are coming up. It's like that wounded healer was part of, or I thought I had on my last, I did this twice. I deleted the first video. I was not happy with it. I'm in a weird energy today. So be careful of your wounds, okay? Be careful of how you're coming through things. We may react from wounds, right? We may block ourselves from wounds because of wounds from love. We may... when you consider free will, if you're coming through a wounded aspect, you're going to probably do things that you may not exactly want deep down. And so you have to be very careful with the wounded self. Okay? The wounded self is coming into play here big time. All right. Be very careful with the wounded self. When things come up right now, it is about shadow work surfacing. If you're ascending, chances are you're in spirit school, okay? So pay attention to what's going on around you, what they're trying to get you to do, what you don't feel good with, right? Listen to your body. Your body will tell you what's wrong, and if you can't listen to your body, that's when we miss things, okay? So let's see what else the collective needs to know from our Psychic Tarot Oracle deck. Woo! Woo! That one went flying out on me. Woo. Alright, so this is beautiful. So again, a wounded self keeps coming through. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I pulled this one yesterday. No, I didn't, but this one goes right along with it, okay? Okay. Two major arcana cards here, and then we have 2 sixes. Okay, so our thoughts, again, the wounded self, our thoughts are coming into play. What do we look at things from, a wounded self or from new beginnings? Okay, awareness. It is truly time to, it's about new perspectives coming into play, all right, for ascension. New ways of looking at things. Whoops. New ways of being. All right, and this has to do everything to do with ascension. Sorry, this was like just a thrown together setup because I couldn't do my record myself that day, and so I wanted to make sure you guys got your messages. So this is just kind of thrown together. I do apologize about it. All right, you are going to have to fix, mister. Hang on. Let's fix it, yes, because you bugging me. You said bugging me. There. Alright. Are you better? There we go. That's a little better. Okay. Alright. This one is further enlightenment. Okay. Things are surfacing, and through the choices we've made, it's all about further awareness. Okay, so this also goes with a wounded self. You're coming into layers where you're understanding the difference between the wounded self and the non-wounded self. And we are understanding further our capabilities and everything we house. Okay, that's starting to come out. All right, that's what that number 1 is about, ascension pathway. Awareness, further understanding, further enlightenment is happening. It's like the piece of the puzzle. Okay, you've got another piece of your puzzle coming into play here. And then these are very interesting cards. I keep being drawn to the 6-6. So you're going to see that in a minute. And it's truly about our thought processes. Excuse me, and the way we think. Okay, so we have number 14. So you see the seed growing out of the hand. Up. You notice how it goes up through the center of her head and up through her forehead and kind of out of her crown. Okay, it is truly about cultivating self, cultivating the world around you, and cultivating awareness and having patience, meaning stop dictating when things are going to happen. We have an issue as human beings with control. We want everything to come from a place of control. We want to be in control of everything. Not only that, we want to understand everything. We want to know everything. Personally, I don't work like that because I am a master. I've always come from a place of just that inner guidance. Like, I've always let my inner knowing guide me, even if it didn't make sense to the world around me, and I didn't ask a lot of questions. That goes in line with my purpose, though. When I had my awakening, I couldn't ask a lot of questions. I just kept following my guidance to get the work done. And then understanding will come afterwards. Okay, and that's what they're telling you. It's like, don't try to understand the situation. Don't try to assume you know when. Everything works out that way naturally, all right? Those are details you don't need to worry about. You need to worry about the work you're doing, the cultivating the energy flow. I haven't ever heard that card before, but it makes a lot of sense. Okay, so do your part. Worry about cultivating the energy flow and coming into further understanding of who you are and the abilities that you have and how to get this world working around you. I kind of like that perspective. That is much better way to look at the stuff that is spirit school, right? Spirit school is not easy. All right, then they want this one next. So these two are number 6s. Both these cards are number 6s, but we have memories of love. Okay, so what this one is talking about is, it is past love things that have happened to us in the past regarding love, but they're This talks about somebody from the past coming back is what I'm hearing. When somebody from the past is coming back, this is what this one's saying. So this card doesn't always, it does sometimes say that. It can mean that somebody from the past is going to come back. It also means to focus your thoughts on the positive aspects of past love. So any memories of love that you have that are positive, that's what you need to focus on, okay? Not negative ones, but what they're telling me here is somebody from the past is coming back. Keep your thought space positive and stay in love, okay? Because major healing has occurred, all right? And so if you've got past people coming back together, keep in mind that they've healed. I'm like, Spirit, I hope to God you're not talking about my ex-husband. Because you guys, he's a horrible dad. I'm not going to lie. My ex-husband is a horrible, horrible, horrible dad. And I'm very upset. He was very abusive to me. In my marriage, I kept trying to ask his mom for help. I would reach out for help everywhere, which way I go. It ended up, it was really, really bad. Okay, in the end, he got arrested in our courtroom during our divorce. That's how bad it was. The deputies came in and just completely hauled him out of there. The judge had to stand up. They called the deputies to get in between him and I a couple times in court because he would get up in my face in court. He would do all of these things. And that's, I'm not going to give you guys all the details, okay, but he did have a felony charge during the divorce from the abuse and things that he had done. So he kept doing it even during our divorce. And so the judge, this is nothing I'd asked for. The judge literally kicked him out of our life for good. Like, I have full custody, and there was a lifelong restraining order put on him. And I never asked for that. That was the first thing the judge said. It's quite clear, the abuse and control. This man is no longer around these people, okay? And he was supposed to see his kids and all that time. I've been divorced since 2013, okay? We split up in 2012, and then 2013 the divorce was final. That's how long I've been divorced. I've been a single mom since. With all of that, I hadn't seen him in years. We were supposed to meet at a place called Teresa's Place, where they have cameras on both ends, and retired police officers run it, and so do psychologists, and they make sure I would come in one end, he would come in the other. They would do the exchange of the kids, and then they would watch him leave. He did a couple things to that place to where they had to call the police on him. I had to meet him at a police station one time because he was constantly trying to get me to go meet him, to follow me, and he had a restraining order. Okay, so this is kind of a piece of that. Now all of a sudden, right when my twin flame thing happened, God had, and this was for the ascension, but God had asked me to forgive him. I'm like, you want me to forgive this? I've got to forgive this. Okay, and so I spent like a week in my head going, how do I forgive this? And I'm like, are you sure I'm safe, God? Are you sure I'm safe? If I forgive this, okay, is he going to come and kill me? Because he actually planned my death. This guy wanted to kill me. He used to tell me that all the time. Over my dead body, would he ever give me a dime or pay for those kids or anything like that? So that was my question. Am I going to be safe, right? Come to find out, this man is suffering so bad. He's like, I can't stop doing drugs. And then he's like, hey, it's your guys' fault. This is what he said to me. This was his new piece. He's like, I feel like I'm having to take care of this because I was going to die or something like that. I'm like, maybe it's because you need to be a good dad. He's like, well, can I come stay there? And I'm like, my stomach fell into the ground. It's the second time he's asked if he can come stay with me. I'm like, no. He's like, well, I have a in-home on Monday, and I have this and that. He was in jail because I guess he didn't do his probation stuff from the divorce and all that. So he went to take care of that. He got out, and now he wants to come stay here. And he's like, tell the kids I'll see him soon. And I'm like, screw you, I'm not going to tell them that, because you're not gonna. If that was the case, I would love to tell them that. I was like, your son's going to be 14 next week. He stopped talking to me. He didn't care. So he only wanted to come here and stay with me. And then he blames it on me because he comes home to an empty house. I'm like, dude, that's not my fault. And so when I see this card, I'm like, it better not be him. I'm done. I can't let him in, you guys. I cannot let. And I'm like, am I doing something wrong with God? Like, maybe I am supposed to give him a place to stay. I'm like, you want me to let my ex-husband, who's abusive, I'm scared as hell. The restraining order's still there. Have I forgiven it? Yes, I told him I did, but to allow him to come sleep in my home, even if he's trying to convince me it'll be on my son's floor, I can't do it. And so I hope God forgives me. But that is not the memory of love that I want, okay? So I'm like, no, that's not the memory of love I want. Then we have material and spiritual prosperity. So this also goes with thought space. Watch your thought space. Okay? We have a return of divine love. And I'm hearing that was not divine love. Okay, so I'm like, thank God, because that's not, I keep having exes come back like that. And I'm like, that's not, I don't, nope. Those are not for me. So watch our thought spaces right now. These are very important. Okay, if you have people coming back, think of the positive sides of love. And I'm like, thank God there was no positives in that relationship. There's no positives to think about. I'm not going to do it. So just be mindful of that. Use your judgment. Discernment. Okay. But if you can keep your thoughts positive, these are what's going on. The return of real love and material and spiritual prosperity. Okay. Material and spiritual prosperity. This is my favorite card out of the deck. I don't want material gain without spiritual gain. That's how I feel. Personally, I wouldn't want anything without my connection to spirit. Okay? And that's how I feel. That's big time for me. So whenever, sometimes spirit will take away that essence, the energy of feeling completely connected for a reason, and then we go through voids and things like that. And in those moments, I feel more empty than ever. I would care less about material gain without my spiritual prosperity. Spiritual prosperity is truly abundant with the angels and with your higher guides, and being able to co-create and hear that essence and doing the work to stay in the flow and stay in patience and awareness to communicate with your higher guides and understand what true love is, and material and spiritual prosperity. Okay? So be very mindful of your thoughts. Okay? That is what is coming out here. Keep your thoughts creating your reality. Okay? I'm like, Spirit, is that going to be your message for manifesting too? We shall find out. I will do a manifesting guidance too. And this is a weird video. I'm in a weird mood. Forgive me. I'm like, and Spirit's reminding me. He's like, that's why it's you doing it and not them. And I'm like, oh yeah, okay. This makes sense. All right. I always get that Rocky song in my head. It's like, why do we give up? Why don't we work hard for what's good for us? Woo! Just dropped like half the deck in my lap. Hang on. So I'm pulling an animal oracle spirit card. Really like this deck. I don't use it very often, and lately they've been calling it in, and so I'm super thrilled about it. Oh, jeez. What the world is going on here? Come on. There is very, sporadic energy going on here. Okay, there's something going on. Hang on a second. Let me feel into this. I gotta blow my nose really quick. Because the way those just came out of my hand, like I can feel this energy. So they're telling me huge changes are coming through. Huge. There's something big coming through. I'm still hearing that. Get in the flow. Get in the flow now. It's very, very, very important. What is the flow? That's why they had me create the Balance for Prosperity course. They have me create these courses, not for just you guys, but to teach myself as well. So I'm very thankful for them. There is a spiritual flow. Okay, it is an energy movement. And that's why you'll see on my videos I talk about the divine flow. Get in that. There's strength in that, but that's where the abundance is. And I think that's what Malachi's talking about. That's what Malachi's talking about. Okay? Dig a little deeper. Dive a little deeper in the work that you do. Prosperity is this, you're like one thin layer away from that prosperity. Okay? Get in that flow and just dig a little deeper. Very, 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 very important. But there's old love coming back to be new. And this is time for material and spiritual prosperity. So make sure you're in the flow, okay, and not on expectations. It's detrimental, right? Because if we're in expectations, we'll change things, and that's not a good thing. So be very mindful of where your awareness is and where you're going with it, but know this is about further awareness and enlightenment. Okay? Divine flow is everything right now. And unfortunately, you have to watch the end of my video for the manifesting guidance. Wah, wah, wah. Watch till the end. Oh my gosh, you mean I gotta listen to everything this lady says? Like, what the hell? Don't you know that there is guidance coming through all the way up until the last words that I say 99.99% of the time. And that's what spirits like. Dive deeper. There's so much more than meets the eye. They're telling me we're safe, everything's okay, even if we're feeling things. Everything is okay. That's what they're telling me. You didn't fall off too far. Fall off the wagon too far. Okay? Everything's alright. You got back on. You saw what you needed to see. You did what you needed to do. And they're telling me that I recognized what was coming up to work on. Okay? So that's really what it's about. It's like recognizing, seeing what they're trying to get at you with that thing. Okay? There's way more always than meets the eye. Way more. So be careful what our mind does. Our mind will play magnificent tricks on you. Everybody look left. Oh my god. Oh, you guys, this one, I'm hearing the twin flame. 22. Dragonfly spirit. Truth transcends illusion. Okay? So, this is just what I had just said when I was pulling the cards, right? There's way more than meets the eye. Truth transcends illusion. Illusion is a false concept that cannot live forever. Eventually, it will fall. And right now, that is what's happening. The illusion is falling away, and truths are transcending. And that's what's going on. And this is my twin flame number. It's a master number. It's about mastering the energy around you, understanding the world around you. Truths will prevail. Always. You're going to know the truth. You're going to know what really happened, and you may not be happy with it. And this is what Spirit had talked about, is you have to be very careful. That's that free will. Are you coming from a place of free will from a wounded aspect, and then when you come into further healing, you're going to be like, son of a bitch, I hate myself now because of what I've done? Like, never be in the world of hate, especially for yourself, okay? It's all about learning. Just quickly, see, that's the thing about who we are and what we can do is we can quickly turn that and fix it if it's not too late. And if you're still alive, it's not too late. Squirrel spirit, believe in yourself. I love the squirrel. Okay. The squirrel spirit, the squirrel totem, is because I've had them come through for me before in meditations. It is about fun and joy and being a kid. Okay. Believe in yourself. God, I need this right now. They keep pointing at me for these messages. This is why I love these messages. Like, they're not just for you guys. They're like for me too. Believe in yourself. Truth transcends illusion. The truth will always prevail. I love that. Because that's what I'm like, Spirit, you know, we've done all these work. People are not listening to me. How are we going to get this out? And they keep telling me it's divinely guided. Do not worry. Okay, and I think that also goes with it. It's like truth transcends illusion. Illusion is false, and it can only last so long because it's built on a fake energy. Okay, and so it will fall away. That's that veil too. So very important to believe in yourself, who you are, your abilities, but have joy. I'm also hearing have joy and play. Watch your thoughts, okay, because there's new love coming back through. It's not my ex. I'm not going into a positive thought space on that. He's not staying in my house. Like, come on, Spirit. But I did try to motivate him to be a good dad. And you know, of course, he shut me down. Like, obviously that was not his motive. Sons of bitches. And my middle turns 14 next week. You think he's going to care? He hasn't been there for his birthdays for years. So I'm just super upset. So I got to change my thought space. Patience, Danielson. Awareness. I'm a single mom. It's okay, right? Like I always have been. There's nothing new. I can't let that get over me now. I got to have fun. I got to believe in myself. You see what I'm saying, guys? This is how we kind of apply those to our lives sometimes. Whenever these messages are there, they're very layered. They can mean many things. Put them in your tool bag and hang on to them and let them unfold how they're going to unfold for you. It's when we try to assume things that we can get in trouble, okay? So that's going on there for sure. Have joy. Believe in yourself. Truth will always prevail. People can put a falsehood on you, but it cannot last forever. Eventually it's going to come out, and then you're going to be like, oh my God, look what I did. So it's very important to be very careful. The people that you surround yourself with, following spirit rather than some Joe Schmo on the street. Why the hell would you do that? Be very careful, okay? That inner light. Believe in yourself, my friends. Okay? Truth transcends illusion. The false veil falls off, and then eventually you're like, holy shit, what did I do? Okay? But they are actually saying that when the truth comes through, now it's your job to do with it what you need to do with it. Okay? Make it right. God always does that. He always provides an avenue for us to make things right before we can't anymore in this lifetime. It'll have to wait till next time. But there's always an avenue to make things right. However, with the ascension, you guys, it's not like it used to be. We would come here and clear karma every lifetime, clear karma. We'd have all this time to do it, and you don't have that anymore. If you don't clear certain things now, we can't come back to an earth to clear it anymore. The earth was a dense energetic field that it no longer is, and so that's why karma must be cleared now. That's why we're doing this. That's why it has to be. It's a big deal. Okay, and that's why the twin flames are so important. They have to come together to ascend, because the old concept of the old earth is gone. There's no more thick energy to continue clearing those karmic connections, ancestor karma stuff, all this stuff. I had to do a really big one in my lifetime this time. This stuff is very real. All right? So do your work. Believe in yourself. Know that truth always will prevail. So don't let anything discourage you in the moment. Don't let people discourage you in the moment. Let spirit do what they need to do. Work behind the scenes in what they need to do. Okay? Keep your thoughts positive, because there's major material and spiritual prosperity at hand. Be patient. Don't assume you know when things are going to come through, or when spirit keeps telling you to do work, don't assume you know how it's going to come out. Just be patient. Keep doing what you need to do. Be diligent. Stay in balance, and more awareness is coming for you. Okay? So that, my friends, this card's so beautiful. I need a new tattoo. It's a beautiful, beautiful card. I love this card. It's a good card. All right. Definitely twin flame energy. So now I'm going to do, this is something a little bit different. I've done manifesting things before, but very sporadically, because I don't like how people get with manifesting. I feel like if you want to learn more, feel free to do my course. I will post a link underneath here. I am changing the courses so that you get a video. There's a PowerPoint video. And then you also get a PDF form, so you can actually print it out yourself too, so I go over the course with you. My courses also come with healing guided meditations from the angels. My manifesting course has one specific from Archangel Ariel that nobody else has had. So in that one, she said nobody else has that manifestation except for in my course. So these are very powerful. They've changed my life in doing them, and then I'm bringing them forth for you guys to change your lives in doing them. So if you want to know more about what Spirit puts through me for manifesting and what I say about it, I have those courses available. Okay, I'm going to probably even do one later. And I do keep changing them and things like that and adding to them. I have just finished my Joy, How to Find Your Joy course, which is huge. I love this course. I'm so thankful for this course. I've tried so many times to do other healings through other people to find my joy. I could never find it until I did this course. So they're very powerful. Okay, so if you guys want to know a little bit more about that, I would encourage you actually purchasing my course. Not only are the meditations there to heal you, but it's also your job and your responsibility to implement them. Okay, that's how you're going to get the most out of those. With that being said, though, this is why I struggle with how I want to focus on manifesting with the collective whole, because it is so tainted. It is so saturated and tainted with people's opinions and the older, denser energy ways of manifesting. Okay, and so I will work that out a little bit, and I may bring more forth for you guys in the future. So let me see how Spirit, I've never done one like this before. I want to see how Spirit wants to deliver the message. Oop, I got to get a different deck. Hang on. Okay, this deck and the Starseed is what they're saying. Alrighty. So, I'm going to ask Spirit for manifesting guidance. Okay, let's see what Spirit has to say for manifesting, what we can do for manifesting right now. Archangel Ariel is stepping forward. She is actually a master manifesting angel. I don't know if people know that all the way. Most people I know that work with Ariel don't always say that. But she is a master manifester. Okay. Archangel Ariel. She's badass. I always see her with short hair. She has like short, dark hair. Keep in mind, the angels are not as people depict them. You guys, they do look alien-esque. They don't look like humans. Very few of them have features like humans. Like when I saw Prometheus, the picture I posted of him was pretty accurate. He was like very pasty, very alien-esque. And that's kind of how angels look. Okay, so keep that in mind. When you get the visions, like Kyle Gray on Facebook depicts these angels like people, but totally chiseled, and that's not accurate at all. That is not how the angels look. Okay, and so they will appear for you however you want them to be seen. Like God can come as a female. He absolutely can. He comes for me in his natural form. I see him as a big, huge energy mass. It's always moving. His arms are like bigger than the world. That's God. Okay. Spirit, the angels, they're all different. And Ariel, the way I see her, she does have darker hair and is about shoulder length. She's very beautiful. She is more like kind of like a fairy looking, kind of like an elf. Alright, so I don't know why I needed to describe her. I'm in a weird mood today. We'll see who actually watches this video. Okay. Every time I give like a really good video, I'm like, oh man, everybody needs this message. And then like 10 people watched it, and I'm like, what the hell, Spirit? See what I'm talking about? And they're like, don't worry, people who need the message will get the message. I'm like, okay, because it's like, what the hell, you know? I mean, I have to know that people will get the message when they need the message. My problem is that people get stopped because of ego. People come near me and their ego takes over, and they're like, either she's crazy or they think all these things in their head. But what it actually is when you come around a master, it triggers all the darkness in you to start surfacing. And we always look at it as perception, right? Like you're reflecting on yourself everywhere you go, and so they just assume it's me. And so really you're looking at your own reflection in the mirror, and that's what Spirit's telling me, and that makes a lot of sense. So when people come to me, they'll see themselves in the mirror, and sometimes they run. Because they don't like what they see, but they're not actually looking at me, and that's the sad part. Plus, people don't always understand these things. Alright, so Spirit, this is specifically for manifesting, please. Message for manifesting, messages for manifesting for the collective whole. Can we have like a new tool, a new modality, a new idea for manifesting? Okay, so here's the thing. Vibration is everything, okay? Vibration. So you'll hear people talking about matching the vibration of the item you want. When I used to hear that, that would confuse the shit out of me. I'm like, how the hell do I match that vibration? Then they'll tell you, well, just focus on the fact that you're already there. Let's simplify this shit. Okay, so this is where it's like tainted. Okay, let's just completely simplify it. I want you to just imagine sitting in the circle of nowhere. There's nothing around you, nothing at all. And then all of a sudden, this beautiful world just comes. Okay, so they want me to give you a tip. All right, so here's what I've done. This is one of the things I've done for manifesting, all right? And it absolutely works, so be very mindful. I want you to imagine what you want to manifest as a movie way out in front of you. Okay, there's like a movie playing and you're in it. You're like, whatever this is. Could be a home, could be a family, could be moving, could be anything. And I want you to imagine that what you want is something already happening on the screen in front of you. It's like just a distance ahead of you. Okay? Excuse me. Imagine it like a movie out in front of you. And then all of a sudden, I want you to start imagining that you're getting closer and closer and closer to this movie. Closer and closer and closer to this movie. Okay? Then all of a sudden, you're right up on this movie. Like you could literally look inside the screen and see what's happening in this world. It's exactly what you want. Allow yourself to start feeling the feelings of what you're seeing, envisioning yourself within this movie, becoming a part of this movie. Okay? All of a sudden, and then I want you to like see a switch right next to you. And then imagine, just like a light switch, imagine flipping the switch. Boom! And all of a sudden, you'd like turn the switch on. Then all of a sudden, you're in that movie. And it is playing out as if it is your life. So it's like, boop! Now you're in it. Now it is yours. Now the thing has already been done. And I want you to just allow yourself to sit in that movie for a little while, in that thing as being as your life now. It doesn't matter what you want. It could be a Ferrari, it could be a beautiful home, it could be a family, it could be a baby. I don't care what it is. Just imagine now all of a sudden you are there. What was distant and in the future is now become one. Part of the one. I hope I'm describing this right. I've never actually decided to do these before. These are things I've done on my own. And so this is just a manifesting tip. Okay, this is a tool to use to manifest, because this is the one they want you to use in order to bring blessings, a new home, or blessings into your home. Let's do this. So this is about getting new blessings into your home and financial health. Right? So this is what we want to manifest. Blessings into our home and financial health. This could be a new home or the one you currently reside in. But either way, we want blessings to come into our home and our financial health. Okay? Excuse me. Those are the two things that are important to manifest at this time. If you don't want a new home, that's fine. But ask for blessings to come into your home and into financial health. Spirit, creator of all that is, I am calling forth blessings into my home and into my financial health. I want to be financially healthy and strong, and I want to have a beautiful blessing home of positive energy and light and new things, or even a new home. Okay, so I'm currently bringing blessings into my home and into my financial life, and then I want you to do that image task. This is what Spirit wants you to do. Okay, imagine that thing that's out in front of you, drawing yourself closer and closer and closer to it in the mind's eye until you're right up on it. Then flip the switch and you become part of what you want. And then give yourself time to feel the energy and the essence of being in that life. Okay, this is another way of doing it, right? Do that. You can do it as many times as you want to, for as many things as you want to. They're actually saying in the morning and right before bed is really good times to do it. In the morning, it's a really good idea to send out your blessings for the day, your intentions, your manifestations. And in the evening, it's a really good idea to just send grace and gratitude, clear our mind space, and know that everything's already working for you. And so go to bed with a mentality of thank you, thank you, thank you, feeling so grateful and prosperous. And then more work continues to be done. Okay? So in the mornings, wake up fresh. This is how I'm going to create my world. And by bed, it's like thank you, thank you, thank you for everything and being there for me. Please bring blessings now into my home and financial health. So for manifesting, this is what's in the air to call forth. I like this a lot. I'm going to do these more often. Okay, maybe every Sunday we will do a manifesting one. So please bring blessings into my home and my financial health, because that's what's in the air to manifest quickly right now. Okay. I like this a lot. They are offering you blessings into your home and financial health. It is in the air, so grab onto it. And for a tip, you could do that little tool I gave you of how to manifest something big, like instantly. Now, keep in mind that you do not get to dictate when things come or how or exactly what. They always do you one better if you allow it to come through. So just keep going. Right? In the morning, this is what I want my day to be like. In the evening, thank you, thank you, thank you. Go to bed. Stay in the divine flow. Don't think about things like, hey, I know I manifested this. When is it coming? Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Soul gifts and training. It's time to step in. All right. So this is definitely learning spiritual school. You're being called. This is time for you to learn, my friends. Jump in. Andromedan energy, adventure. Say yes to change. Okay. Just jump into it. Say yes to the changes. Jump into the actions and the movements and try these things out and see how they work for you. Every Sunday, I think I might do this, like a manifesting thing. I really like it a lot. Okay, so your manifesting tip was given, and then what is in the air to manifest big time right now is financial balance, financial health, and blessings into your home and finances. Okay, so call those forth. You can do it how I told you. You can take any manifestation you want and call it forth how I told you, the tool that I gave you. It does work. When I did this one, my whole world was upheavaled and it changed and I moved immediately. Which at the time was a good thing. And so it does work. So be very mindful of that. Set it, visualize it, flip the switch. That's important. And then move on. Okay? Just feel it in your solar plexus. Be grateful and gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Move on. Jump in. Go into the next task. Go get creative. Keep going. And then when you go to bed, thank you, angels. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, everybody, for always being there for me, for having my back. You're amazing. I love you so much. Go to bed. Wake up the next day and do it again. Make sure you're meditating before bed and when you wake up. Super important at the very least. Okay? So, what is it that we can call in right now at the height of our height energy is financial health and blessings into our home. Okay, so blessings into our finances and home at this time. You can call in a new home. You can call in blessings into the home you have. I want to move for sure. I'm definitely working on that. So I'm going to continue doing that. I have got to get out of here. So that's my goal. Even probably far, far away, whatever the case may be. So that's one of the things I'm working on. And so right now, a home and your financial health is heightened, okay, to manifest with. So if there's anything in that you want to manifest, do it, and do it now. And if you're also manifesting something else, throw this on top of it, okay? Like, I want financial health, and I want blessings to come into my home. Thank you, angels, right? Always send out gratitude, okay, you guys? So that is your daily guidance for the Sunday, and your manifesting guidance from Spirit. What can we manifest, and how to go about doing it today, okay? So much love to all of you. I hope somebody gets something out of this video, if anything at all. Thank you for watching me and listening to what I have to say, and noticing what Spirit's doing in every way. Thank you for being the vessel that is you. Until next time, I will see you guys again soon. So much love to all of you. Bye-bye. Oh, let me know how you guys feel about the Bob Saget. I would love for people to start commenting on these videos. Please don't be afraid to comment. I love your comments. I love all of you. And this is my family, and I just want to make it very positive and enlightened. And so any tips, anything you guys want to share and talk about, please feel free to do so, especially and only if it's positive, right? Never negatives. Those ones I would say leave those to yourself. Anything positive, let's share it up. Let's questions, whatever it is. If you have on Sundays when I do these manifesting things and you try it and it's success, please share that below too. Okay? Whatever it is. All right? Share it. Share the love. Support one another. Okay? I shouldn't have to beg people to comment. Why would people be afraid to comment on my videos? I'm not mean. I'm not judgy. I promise. Sometimes I am right to the point, right? And I will work on that as well, okay? But I do love all of you. Always will, always have, and will continue to do so. Thank you to Spirit. Thank you to Malachi and all the angels that came through today. I hope you guys got something very beneficial. Let me know about Bob Saget if you want to hear about that one. Maybe I will do that one on my Mystery Mondays. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. Get onto those courses, you guys, because that is my focus now. And if you're in the coaching, you will not be getting any more courses through that, because everything, you guys got a discounted price for the first little group, and I feel like we're already beyond max with that. So these won't necessarily be a part of that any further. So keep that in mind. But if any of you wish to partake in my courses, I would highly recommend you do so. I also have Steppingstones through Awakening, which is a soul cleanse. Okay, so if you're struggling with awakening, you feel like you need help trying to awaken and cleanse your energy, these were huge things that were brought through me. Tatanka was in Steppingstones through Awakening. These are major things. So use them. Okay, if you want to heal and you want to come into a further awakening, or you want to get through this awakening even further and heal even more, I recommend Steppingstones through Awakening. These are brought through Spirit through me for a reason. Okay. And then we have Master Manifesting in 5D, and then we have Balance for Prosperity, and then I have so many more that I'm going to be working on, and that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm also going to put a free one on there for meditating, okay? So this is what I've been working on, what I'm going to continue working on, so I will post the link to my courses section below. I will post the link to Steppingstones to Awakening for those who wish to have it, and I will tell you that the more you do to work on yourself spiritually, the more you will be rewarded, okay? So keep that in mind. That's what Spirit School is all about. The more you listen, the more you follow your guidance, the more you want to heal, the more you're going to be rewarded. Okay? So don't ever look at anything as a challenge, but look at it as a gift. All right, you guys? Everything will be listed below. So much love to all of you. I will see you again very soon. Hasta la vista, baby.